been less than 24 hours, and we've got 7 emails back from companies already. Okay, it's day 2, and we got 20 more emails. It has been 1 week since I started this experiment, and I have landed over 1,400 colleges use Handshake as their online job board. That means there's a very good chance that you go to a college that uses Handshake to host its online recruiting infrastructure. On top of being an online job board for colleges, Handshake is also the place where their partners advertise career fairs, information sessions, and other on-campus events for recruiters. And it's where they give students access to DM those recruiters who are coming to their school. Like it or not, it is probably the best place right now to land a professional job as a college student in America. So I've been managing Handshake for my school since 2017, which I'm very depressed to say has been 6 years now. Which, oh, by the way, hi, Trouty. I'm a job market expert and a career education professor for an R1 research school. Anyway, I have learned a lot about how Handshake works over the past several years, and I've learned a lot of things that you can do in order to gamify the system. So this week we are going to run a 7-day experiment. I am going to create a fake student and resume on Handshake. Then I'm going to use the career fair tool to find publicly listed recruiters hiring for my major. Then I am going to send networking emails to as many of those public recruiters as I can. And then finally, we're going to see how many interview offers I get at the end of 7 days of applying for jobs. So let's get right into it. So people criticized my last resume for having too many impressive experiences on it. Well, not today. I have created an engineering major who transferred from a community college, has one kind of mediocre internship under their belt, and then uses the rest of the resume to talk about their capstone project and one part-time job that they had while in college. This is a very run-of-the-mill engineering resume, and I'm allowed to say that because I look at 4,000 engineering resumes every single year of my life. But even though these experiences aren't crazy impressive, I'm still going to make a good resume. I've communicated the experiences that I've listed in a way that I know is going to resonate with hiring managers, and I've prioritized relevant education skills and experiences that the industry actually values. So as a result, I'm pretty optimistic about the idea that recruiters will take a chance on me. I'm also going to have to use a burner Handshake account for this. On the one hand, I want to just kind of respect these companies' privacy, but also because of FERPA law, I cannot be affiliated with any of the companies, students, or schools that are mentioned in this video. So, disclaimer, disclaimer. When you go to the events page for career fairs, Handshake does a pretty awesome thing where it just tells you which companies are hiring for your major. So you can click into those, and then it's either going to give you a list of public staff that you can contact or one specific HR contact that you can email. And I am going to email as many of those hiring my major as humanly possible. At least over my lunch break, I will. I'm basically gonna say, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm studying this. I saw that you're coming to a career fair here in the upcoming future, but I want to reach out to you first to make sure that I'm being as effective of a candidate as possible. So whether that's sending you my resume, or setting up an interview time with your team, or physically meeting your recruiters in person at the fair, I'm interested in what I can do in order to set myself up for success because I'm very interested in XYZ things at your company. And any insight that you have would be tremendously appreciated. Thank you so much for your time, yada, yada, yada. And that is basically it. The best way to approach recruiters, at least from my experience, is to personalize your messaging to them and to their company, and then just to give some context about yourself and your intentions. Then follow that up for advice instead of an ask. Because yes, recruiters are there to bring in new talent for the company, but their job depends on them bringing in quality talent. So if you want to prove your quality to a recruiter, you're going to have to show that you have the education skills and experiences that they're looking for in order to get started in the job, and that you have a genuine interest in the opportunities that they're recruiting for. So I'm gonna do this about 100 times, and I will report back tomorrow to see what results that I get. It's been less than 24 hours, and we've got 7 emails back from companies already, which honestly ain't bad, considering that it often takes a week or more to hear back from recruiters. I'll check in periodically over the next 7 days and just kind of let you know how many interview offers I've gotten, because the goal ultimately is interviews. Networking and your resume are really there to get you into the interview and to a much lesser extent justify the hiring decision. And career fairs especially are a great chance to meet opportunities where they are at, because companies are spending time, money, and human capital in order to go to your school and recruit people like you. You know that entry level truly means entry level at a career fair, and you can be pretty confident that companies want an ROI on that investment of coming to your school. So really it's all about interviews. That is the hiring game. But that's enough soapboxing. I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Okay, it's day 2, and we got 20 more emails. I just got done applying to a lot more recruiters. I wanted to not half-ass this experiment, so I want to make it realistic compared to the amount of time that people actually spend applying to jobs. But I also want to iterate that it's not really about the amount of time that you spend applying to jobs, it's about putting the right effort forth and applying to the right places and the right people at the right times. It's really about where you focus that time and effort, not so much about how much time or how many applications you send out. So hopefully I can get a lot of interview requests as we go forward. And yeah, we'll see where this takes us. I've also made an executive decision that I don't want to do this every single day. I think that would be a very boring video, so I'm just gonna skip ahead to day 7 and just kind of see overall where we've gone. So I will catch you all next week. We are here. It has been 1 week since I started this experiment, and I have landed 49 interviews. I really wish that I could show you like each of these messages directly as kind of proof, but I'm kind of gonna need you to trust me on this one. I have to respect the privacy of these companies and these recruiters, but I went ahead and filed out every single email that I got and set it in a separate interview tab. And that's crazy how many I was able to get because I put forth the right effort in the right places and addressed the right people. It really is all about networking and meeting opportunities where they are at. You need to leverage your college's recruiting infrastructure. Like I said before, these are companies that are coming to campus and spending time, money, and human capital in order to recruit students like you, and they really do want a return on that investment. So if you reach out to these recruiters and you give a value add and you talk about your interests and you contextualize that you have the education skills and experiences that they are looking for, I can guarantee you that you are going to land far more interviews than you know what to do with. So find out what companies are recruiting at your school, find out who those recruiters are, and then reach out to them and you will be off to the races. I took a very average college student and all I did was put forth the right effort and give them a resume that communicated relevant information about themselves that the hiring manager would actually want to know. And so if you would like to see how I make these types of resumes that I do, then I would highly recommend that you watch this video. I go through all the steps in order to create an aesthetic, relevant resume that prioritizes that information that hiring managers are looking for. And also please be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support on the channel lately, and I am looking forward to making more experiments like this. I've learned a lot about the job market over the years, and I am excited to teach all of you how to take effective next steps towards whatever your next career goal is.